gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is a
You would have to go.
Bro, all that money ain't by premium. Bro,
Went to school.
you got to stay frugal. If you want to be up, you still got to be smart with your money.
Playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
All right, hold on. Before we even start this chat, right? I want to see what y'all think. We got polls up in both the Twitch and the YouTube chat. Is streaming harder than a 9 to 5? I just want to see. The fact they got all these people for it is crazy too.
Same different day.
Okay. All right. So my argument here
50-50.
is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is, you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties. Maybe
This thing said flip some patties. Bro, there is definitely two ends of the spectrum here. Cause like if you a really locked in streamer, like bro, people don't realize how hard content actually is. Like as far as coming up with new ideas consistently, keeping your audience engaged, being a upbeat personality, just being an entertainer in general. I don't know, cause like I feel like with content, you can't bullshit as much. That's why I'm so like 50-50 on it. Like, I don't know. I feel both ways. Like, yes, the 9 to 5 is hard, but yes, streaming also is hard. But it just depends. Because like, I'm gonna say it is easier to get a full-time 9 to 5 than it is to become a full-time streamer, of course. But
envelopes, answering phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
When you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to deal with thousands, tens of thousands of people critiquing every little thing we do, every decision we make, every thought we have.
You guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes.
Bro, you don't realize the grind that goes into it.
What's the next trend? What's the next idea? Oh my God, I have to stream today.
Yeah, being a content creator that doesn't like fall off is hard as well.
Lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7. You got high energy 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Doing everything.
Parties, doing all this stuff.
I gotta slave just
yes, because chat, look. That's another thing. Like even this right here, right? So this, of course, is a straight yelling in the video. Yeah, yelling and gaslighting. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like even me streaming right now, it requires a lot of, I'm gonna say, energy. Cause like, just in the hour and 24 minutes I've been live, this is the most I've talked today. High energy. I'm going from 0 to 100. Shit, probably about 50 to 100. But I don't know, because normally if I'm just sitting here by myself, I'm off stream, I'm just finna be chilling, probably scrolling on my phone a little bit, not talking at all. Just probably lights finna be off as well. So I'm finna be like these, just chilling. You feel me? But just to provide like some sort of entertainment, it's hard.
I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
no, I'm not.
Steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid.
Yo, KJ, I appreciate you, bro.
You have a guaranteed pay if you work. That's your decition if you don't want to work.
That is another thing, like guaranteed pay.
I don't get paid either.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
And with this thing said, I don't have to deal with people spamming L's. YouTube got rid of Mr. Ad Blocker, bro. Bruh. Oh my goodness. Ty, that's fucking crazy, gang. That's strike one, twin. But KJ, I appreciate you. But yeah. Like I said, just because I've experienced this myself too. Just like how much your income can fluctuate. Because if you have a really bad month, that can like mess you up for real. Like when you clock into your 9 to 5, as long as you go for that certain amount of time, you're guaranteed to get that money. But like content creation and whatnot, like there's a whole thing. There's like a lot more risk to it. Of course, there's more reward, but there is risk. You kind of like it with the lights out.
go into chat, spamming L's. Oh, this is
VPN blocks ads, right? I'm not sure.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F is not a fine shit.
If streaming
Everybody
is so
wants
easy,
to.
how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I can call fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
If y'all homeboys not gaslight you, they down to homies for real.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants us to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
So we got flags up.
These flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
LOL. Yes, having a positive mentality and like standing on your grind is definitely like
You
superior.
raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day,
Okay.
get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
Yeah, because like look. The target demographic for streaming, I say the two biggest demographics are what? 13 to 17, and then also 17 to 24. Yeah, and then 17 to 24, and then 25 to 34. So like literally the younger generation, for real. You're in your Frieza arc? What you mean, gang? But yes, both are hard.
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. You know how hard that is in life?
Isn't that special?
That is difficult.
How long do you
Is that
think
a
this is gonna
picture, dog?
last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta grind.
you have that
I like how they
security.
have these, like,
I
facts
have
at
a
the bottom
job.
here.
I have a degree. I have this. I don't know. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers.
Because yeah, if you get canceled.
What would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him.
Yes, finding
What would
content
you
and
do?
getting new,
If
like,
you lost completely
exciting
all your
content is a lot of hard
YouTubers,
work.
You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work.
Yes, twin, exactly. What are the best PC specs that you need to stream? Bro, Sleepy, if you can drop, if you can add me in the Discord, I got you, gang.
And start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
No,
Yes,
he lost
like
everybody.
24/7.
He lost everybody. He has
Yes,
no
especially
followers.
when you blow up and you're super big, privacy is gone, essentially. Because, like, even though I have a decently sized YouTube channel, right? Like, she said the slur, the J word. At the point I am right now, I literally can still go in public and have the vast majority of people not recognize me. I can still do, like, my 9 to 5, well, just do, like, normal day-to-day activities. But, bro, once you get really big, that goes away. You're essentially like another celebrity. Like, streamers are essentially like the new rappers, the new athletes. They're in that same tier now. They're getting there. Like, imagine you're like Tom Brady or LeBron or somebody. They can't just go out and walk to the grocery store no more. They're gonna get swarmed, follow home, all that shit. And now the majority of streamers are regular people, have all this fame now, and they gotta accommodate for that. Because especially with how big it's getting. A nigga's real horror stories getting a job.
You're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to
proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You could be a private chef. You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
You definitely could.
I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight yo, Lacey.
My glorious King LeBron edit win. I got you. She sounds like a mom that would tell her kids that getting a degree would solve everything.
I gotta
Bro.
post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure. Like I gotta make sure. I
Okay,
get
see,
the
the
4
thing
local
about this video right now is like they're making it funny. They're saying things hilariously like, oh my gosh, I gotta post a TikTok today. Oh, poor little me. But bro, when you're at a certain level of content, there is so much that goes into a single video. Like, there's literally so much. Like, I know I chopped it up on stream one day just showing you what goes into one of my YouTube videos, but just think like a lot of these like high level editors and whatnot, there's a lot of shit that goes into it. And plus, especially when you got your whole staff and things like that, there's a lot.
You have to do work. It ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
It ruins our impression.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from.
What's up, Rhonda?
From
Yeah. W. Rhonda.
5 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be.
Editing is a
creative.
skill. It's hard.
I love fashion.
It takes time to learn.
Acting, I love singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
You posted it. Cam got on
tape.
I got you, Cam.
You get spoiled.
Remind me when this video's over.
You get spoiled. You get spoiled. And your mama and daddy keep
He's hitting me. Rhonda.
I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
Oh my God.
30 days straight.
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're
Talk to him, Rhonda.
Working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax.
Play the piano,
We
my
were
boy
on camera
Lacey basically
30
is right now.
days
He
straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have you ever ran a 3-minute ad?
Bro.
You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake.
think
on
about
social
this.
Have you ever
Think
ran a
about this.
subathon? Have
Imagine
you ever ran a
every
3-minute
little-
ad?
first we call them
Bro, I could run a
parasocials.
3-minute ad right now.
Judge your
That's 2 buttons
relationships.
clicking.
You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
caught with my ex.
I got caught with my ex. And I
Yes.
got treated like I was a pedophile.
She said a job, now I'm scared.
Mental health.
Shit for me,
Mental
too.
health. When
This
you
is
stop caring
scary.
about what people think and what they say about you, do you. Do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35
They
years.
keep
What do you
saying the
think's
J
harder?
word.
24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Okay. Y'all, is a 24-hour open surgery harder than a 24-hour stream? I just want to see what y'all got to say. Which one's harder, surgery or stream? Surgery or stream? Because I know which one's harder in my head. I know what's harder in my head. Okay, so we got some IQ points in chat. Okay, thank you. Surgery is definitely harder. Anybody that disagrees, you belong on a slightly smaller bus. Slightly smaller bus. But it still takes skill to do both. Of course, you have to be very more refined in your skill, do a hella studies. So of course it's surgery. But shit, it's just different fucking perspectives. Cause I mean, shit, if you want to look at it from that angle, there's only a very small percentage of doctors, like say country to country, that can do these high level surgeries. And hey, in streaming, there's a very small percentage of streamers that can do these high level 24-hour subathon streams. A smaller bus is crazy. But what about the civil engineers? Man.
You're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Bruh. Dog said, we're saving thousands, you're saving one. Huh?
We're saving thousands.
Hold on.
Open surgery.
Oh, bro.
All right then, Des. I appreciate you, bro. Have a good night, gang.
You're saving one.
Yeah, right now they're just gaslighting. Because yes, you could literally like send somebody to the gulag if you mess up on a surgery, especially like open heart, brain, or something like that. Gulag, out of there, gone. Big racks, they long type shit. But fuck, if you mess up on a stream, like shit, what? Say like, what's a good example? Like say like Extra Emily, like how she accidentally said the N-word, or allegedly. She got canceled for a little bit, but shit, she back up. So yeah, surgery is definitely harder. What's good, Aiden? How you doing, gang? This is literally just gaslighting central.
30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that you guys, none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your editors, your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad
Okay,
takes.
see, look. I don't agree with this because look, yes, production, especially when you get to a higher level, Gulag in real life may or may not come back. That's hilarious. Production when you get to a higher level is very important, especially when you're doing these big events. But bro, right now, like, look, especially for me, I don't have production. It's all on big me. Like, none of this shit wouldn't exist like if you didn't have the streamer itself. The production and the staff that you have is literally just a reflection of the hard work you've put in to get there. You feel me? Because, like, if you're not putting in work to be a streamer, you're not going to have the funds to actually pay somebody, employ someone to be on your camera crew, sound design, all this other stuff. But yeah. So that's why that's not a valid point to me, that dog said.
If it wasn't for us, though.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Ronaldo.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we
That's
get
facts.
sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies
That is
are
facts.
not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
Why are you laughing at Walmart? That's valid for a college, high school kid. That's fucking valid. I am not getting drafted, bro. I'm not getting drafted. I promise you. I'm Unk status. I'm not getting drafted.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
They're wrong there. Stay Ronaldo streams are high energy and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay, funny reactions, and I could not finish it because I started late. But we're just gonna assume.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right,
Shiver me
Chris.
timbers.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier.
I mean, you're not
because we have a
guaranteed pay. You
100%.
like you still have to do it. Your pay is just more consistent.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah, when you go to
guaranteed.
work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to
correct.
you, a job
Technically.
is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at
Yes.
a job
Fourth
like
year, I
Panera
agree.
or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
Oh, we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started with
You're not.
pay.
Bro
even-
wants to
you
be
keep
right in
switching
these
it, so
Tony
I'm
Stark
not switching
glasses
it.
so
You
bad.
100% are. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like
It's
what
different for everyone.
is
Stuff that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need to
Okay.
get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But
Yeah,
you're
even in
talking
bro's
about
posture right here, dog is taking it full on. I feel like he has a superiority complex going on right now. He got fitted up. My nigga's in the pink right now. The little Tony Stark Temu Friday glasses. Talking in a soft tone. Oh, it's Edith? Okay, you might be right. But bruh, yes. It legit just depends on what you do. It depends on what you do. That's as easy as I can explain it right now.
entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But my
as a
question
job
to you
doesn't-
is
He wants to
why-
see the
why-
fit. Bro, this definitely went up on IG.
You can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah, yeah.
is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have
Bro,
to do the
not
same
Andrew
thing.
Tate?
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone, you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job,
That's
when you
true.
go to work, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up
Factuals.
a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing, tell me how much you do of
Bro.
that stuff while
Bro,
you're
it's literally the same thing. He's describing this. Like, yes, at your 9 to 5, you have to go in. You technically, well, 9 to 5, you clock in, you have tasks you have to do, you have things that you have to do while you're there. While you're streaming or whatever, especially a high production streamer like Kai Cenat, Speed, Ronaldo, any of the FaZe dudes. If they literally stop, their whole team is out of a job. If your boss stops at your 9 to 5, or the company says, yeah, nah, like say you're working at, what, fucking Nike. If Nike decides, yeah, we're done. We're not selling shoes, clothes, none of that no more. We're done. Their whole team cooked.
actually doing your job for however many number of hours that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Oh my God, language.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
Bro didn't even want to hear, like, he didn't even want to hear them out.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right.
W. Angelina. Hey, I was thinking it.
All right,
I didn't want to say
talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6.
Her voice is
but
very soothing.
I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to.
Is y'all Peep Silky? As soon as she said girlfriend, Peep Silky, Peep Silky.
I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me.
Sticker like, fuck. He was finna try to slide after the video. He's so defeated. Dog was, oh my God.
Me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to
Angelina
bed in
is
time
straight,
and
though.
wake up
I'm not
in
gonna
time
hold
to
you.
commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14.
So you can
When I
understand.
moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers
Her reaction
off
was
the
the same as
bat,
mine?
and I was
Man.
very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
I mean, you're technically still working though.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you're saying like to go back to the beginning, you're saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately
What's good,
have
Query?
a
How you
support
doing, gang?
system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything.
Wait,
fell
was
off
Dog
completely.
eating a French
And
fry
then
with
all
his
of a sudden it went
toes?
down. Right? I lost everything. Fell off completely.
Huh?
Myself. It's a real story. This is
Damn.
a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a
Treacherous,
support
man.
system.
Treacherous.
I moved across the country from my parents
You earn while you
at
work?
the age of 19,
Yes.
lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It's
more than my
serious.
rent.
Yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country.
Damn.
So it's like when you're alone too, and
Yo,
everything's
girl
going
leaving you?
down. Where's my
Treacherous.
support system, man?
Damn, why Shorty laughing? She's evil.
It's like when you're alone too and everything's going
My
down.
man's is explaining
where's my
his-
support system?
He's explaining his life hardships, and she over here, man, lame. See, I don't like people like this, bro. I genuinely don't.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
That is evil.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom, how's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9 to 5.
Okay, time out. Okay, so this is where her argument is becoming invalid. I would understand if like she was talking about like the over 18 range, like say you in your 20s or whatnot, right? But like as a minor, your parents are legally obligated to take care of you. Legally. Yeah. And it's his mom, his mother, the woman that literally birthed him. Yo, what's good, Bursto? How you doing, gang? Yes, of course you're gonna have a place to stay. And of course, yes, certain living situations are absolutely more privileged than others. But bro, that's essentially, I'm gonna say the bare minimum. If you being a good parent, yes, of course, you're gonna feed your kid, house your kid, clothe your kid, give your kid the things that they want to make them happy because you want to see them succeed, especially as a minor. I mean, okay, yeah, it's a little different. Like once you get like 18 and up and once you're an adult, but bro, he talking about 15, 16. She talking about like, nah, it's a privilege that your mom was able to do that. Huh? Bro, this is where she just lost all credibility for me.
A lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of people don't have families that
support. Oh yeah, Bursto, we're reacting
to
this video.
Conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given.
So how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
But you're 15, right? Most jobs don't start taking you till you're 16, and then those are part-time jobs. You can't earn a full-time income as a minor when you're still in high school, all right? So 16, isn't that what, like junior, maybe beginning of senior year? You are still in the K through 12 school system, at least in the US. You're not earning a full-time income. You're not clocking out of school at 2, 3 o'clock and then going into your job and working from like 3 to 11 or 3 to 12. Like, bro, it's invalid, bro.
Well,
like, bro, people just be wanting to be right. I don't like that.
Trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities.
Bro, I don't want to hear anything from this knockoff Bob Marley ad. Not even Bob Marley. What's his name? The painter.
That's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid.
L ads. I'm gonna get YouTube Premium eventually.
$100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money.
Okay.
Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
She is saying I a lot now.
If she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just
yes,
proved my
Bob
point.
Ross. Okay.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow.
You still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to school.
So were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
I know. Wait, was Ronaldo even at Streamer University? Time out. Was Ronaldo even at Streamer University? This shit is so unserious, bro. This nigga really said Streamer University. LOL, son. Dog said I went to Streamer University. But to this point, yes, to become a successful streamer like this, unless you literally have like a plug or like you're like an industry plant, like unless you're like what's a good example? Unless you're Ray. Ray got on because of Kai. He was able to blow up so quick. But the vast majority of people don't get that. You feel me? He just was able to capitalize on the opportunity. He met Kai, was able to go up, and now he's a huge streamer. But yeah, the vast majority of people started from literally 2-3 viewers and they getting up there. But yeah, they not taking this seriously at all. I wouldn't either, especially with this type of logic they coming at me with. All right, adapt to the top variety streamer and IRL streamer, averaging around 13K viewers per stream on Twitch with, okay, 900,000 followers and peaking as high as 45. Adapted to key figure. Okay, they're just telling you who he is.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
Okay, bet. College
Doing
professor.
good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work.
I expect a lot from
as
him.
hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content.
The University of Michigan got
jobs
killer.
and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now.
Ryan, you bring up a great point. Ryan said, when you think about it, most streamers when they start, like as an adult, they have a job because it's not like they'll blow up immediately and they need time before it becomes a stable career. Ryan, my boy, W. Because literally, this is me right now. Even with the platform that I have, I still work a normal job. Like, yes, I get income from what I do on the content creation side, but personally right now, I don't feel like I am in a position to just go fully all in on it. And especially, yes, a lot of these 20-year-old content creators, they're still doing something else. They come home, grind, make their videos, all this other stuff. That's literally the boat I'm in right now. And yes, it's a great boat to be in. You have that potential to blow up and make it your full-time thing. But bro, you're literally being your own boss, starting from nothing, being an entrepreneur. So yes, Steve Harvey from Temu, bro, and he's a couple shades lighter than Steve Harvey. Yo, what's good, JB? How you doing, gang?
Worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time.
That's true.
Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it out.
Done.
Okay, so listen. But to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience. Okay, so that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not.
You don't.
It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10
He said, okay, you just gotta come in and teach the same fucking lesson. I think, like, that's my thing. Especially, it started for me in middle school. I'm like, bro, so I have an individual teacher for every subject. Like, okay, so the science teacher, we're learning about gravity or something like that today. You gotta teach that lesson 5 times today. Do you not get bored of that? But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you feel me?
Come on, bro.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same.
That's another thing. Yes, you can reteach the same curriculum, but as a content creator, like even for me right now, like I can't post the same video 2 times in a row and expect to get the same result, revenue, followage, anything like that. Like, of course, your loyal followers, subs, people in your community are gonna rock with you. But like, if you keep putting out the same thing, like say you post the same video 7 days in a row on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, You do the exact same stream 7 days in a row. Nobody is checking for that. You got to do something new every time. That's a valid point. Valid point. Yes, you can't redo things. Like, you can to an extent, but like a carbon copy, like, bro, you can teach Newton's laws of gravity 30 times in a row. Valid. You're still going to get that same check. But if you do the same video 30 times in a row, bro, you probably finna lose a lot of your following. You're not getting no bread from that. People are going to be like, bro, what the fuck, money grab, all this other shit. No.
I had to take years to learn, but
you know what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could hit a shot.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but
I still cannot hit a crane shot to this day.
Right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right? And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot.
It's different. Definitely different.
Was it just you? Like
No.
Okay.
Go to Lake Lanier. Where's that at, Nozomi?
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was 13,
how did YouTube become so easy? Because a bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5
YouTube
making
is
it
not
a thing.
Okay, so yes, I understand on the back end, like the business side of YouTube. But like for a normal person to get into YouTube, right? And just do content, it's not easy. It's a lot of unseen work that goes behind the scenes, stress. You're thinking of ideas. You're like, will this reciprocate with my audience? Will this joke hit? Is this a good idea? You're second guessing yourself a lot. YouTube is not easy. That's why, like, okay, yeah, you see a lot of channels with 50K subs, 100,000 subs, 1 million subs. But bro, that's years of work. And that's a very small percentage. Just because you see them on your recommended doesn't mean that anyone and everyone can do it. You feel me? Also, as a professor, you teach new people every year. Streamers do it mostly the same people, but different topics. I agree with that. Like, yes, of course, you get new people as a content creator. You consistently get new followers if you are growing. But a lot of your loyal people are going to be there. Because, like, a good prime example for me is gaming YouTubers, right? So say Fortnite. So people who were in the Fortnite community, like with content, especially streaming, like who do I want to give it as an example? I'm gonna say like Cypher PK, one of the most successful Fortnite YouTubers of all time, still successful to this day, pushing Fortnite, and that's literally his lane. Bro stays in it. He'll deviate sometimes, like if he just wants to have a break or like if he has a sponsored stream or something like that. But bro, it's so hard to pivot. If you wanted to be like, I want to start doing IRL content, or I don't really want to play Fortnite anymore. Maybe I want to switch to Call of Duty. He can't he can because of how successful he is. But from a business standpoint, that wouldn't be smart because he knows what's bringing in the bills. Like, yeah, he's doing the same thing and it's still hitting, but to each their own. It's just different strokes, bro, for different reasons. Oh, it's in Georgia? I've only been in Georgia once. I was in Atlanta.
So the fact that you have just talk. The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Boom, there you go.
Right.
You didn't build that campus.
I spent years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get.
Yeah, you can get dropped from a corporate drop instantly. Of course. I totally agree. And stuff like that stays on your resume.
Coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
Brother.
You guys
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
3-strand braid.
Very different. Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day.
Yeah, Ryan, I would definitely be down for a Q&A.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole thing.
So it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job isn't dangerous.
So
your job isn't.
Okay, dog. Why do they start off strong, but then they start yapping? Because when they have their points that they have, obviously in their head, they know what they want to say initially. But when those initial arguments get broke down, that's when they start spiraling, I'm gonna say. And I'm just gonna, I don't know, because right now I don't like what she's trying to say right now. She's trying to basically make being a hairstylist equivalent with like some sort of toxic chemical job. She's like, we're breathing in these toxic chemicals, working with our hands, like she's in a factory or something like that. Like, I don't know, gang. Like, yes, it is hard. Length, I appreciate you. What's good, gang? I love your videos. Thank you, thank you. And my fault, I didn't see your first message. I was in the middle of yapping. But I don't know. This is a bit of a reach for me. Yes, being a hairstylist is hard and pleasing your clients. Okay, and pleasing your clients, but this is she reaching a little bit.
We can't do what you do, right?
It's not physical. Mine's saying that a 9-to-5 job where you physically have to do some hauling around stuff.
So physically, I physically can't haul around
bags
of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't
He's
hold
stuck on this crane shot
and make a 200K montage. You can't. Man. No one in here. Come on, man. None of you could.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes.
4 days they had a trick shot. 4 days they had a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to do that.
And then your day is never done. When you're done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace all of the things that you use?
You have to edit the content, redistribute it.
Clean all of your gear.
I feel like I'm picking a side. I don't like this. I don't like this.
When you're done, you're done.
You know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're done, you're done.
These things?
They're rage baiting so bad.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
All right then, Rizzler.
You have to
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed this.
Oh my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked.
Right.
The main underlining argument here is what you do is physically
daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
and dangerous.
1,000-year blower. Length, I honestly have not watched it. I would need to watch it first. But it could be lit. I've seen clips.
I would go as far as
he's stuck on tricks. He's brought up this crane shot like 4 times, dog. Oh my God, no. He's brought up this crane shot like 4 times.
How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
And then it's not even guaranteed to go viral.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot. Throw the
PC crash?
Now,
hey, Tyler, at least you're here, gang.
I got my rotation.
Dead zones.
This is literally Gen Z versus Alpha.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
Bro, Jack Doherty, that nigga got snatched for his chain.
They're laughing, but that's happening.
Snatched for his chain.
I got a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
what?
Decapitated his thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, bet we got Silky. Okay, I'm excited for this one. Chat. Okay, let me not cook because she seems like a sweet individual. I'm not gonna cook her. Chat. I'm not gonna cook her. The best song is Steven Universe. I don't know, Nozomi. I never finished watching Steven Universe. Okay, I'm not. But back to the video. I'm not gonna cook Auntie. She might be cool, peeps.
So much pleasure to meet you, sir.
She's so sweet.
I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, all that, because it's who you are.
I'm getting comforting auntie vibes from her.
We create social media all the
time. I hope she don't say nothing.
Because that's what we are.
Crazy.
We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Yeah. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You don't need
You
energy?
have false energy because you're
False
across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because
A little bit
we're
longer
doing
length.
a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch a video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Why would you go? Okay, chat. If you know you gotta work at 6 in the morning the next day, why is you out clubbing till 3? That's, I hate to say, but just short bus behavior. You're dumb. You're just dumb. Say that shit for the weekend, twin. Like, come on. L decision,
What
gang.
I'm
L
saying is
decision.
like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like
Pause.
this.
Okay.
I'll also say.
What kind of shit's going on?
She said
Go
she'll
to the
touch
club,
people.
You get to put some shades on and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice?
It was your choice to
You
go to
chose
the.
that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's
do
what's
what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
minds. No, you are not.
Do you know how many babes we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
It was her
think-
choice to go clubbing. Of course, yes,
I watch
100%.
it. I got kids. I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you, wait, did it make you feel better?
Then what make me
She's
feel better?
disregarding
It all
mental
depends
health right
on-
now.
it all
Entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been
what's
like, oh,
coming.
I feel good?
Some of it is
I gotta
fake.
take it right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right. Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've
Do I
never
ever
felt like
lack? Wait, what you mean?
Yeah, sure.
that? So what's the
You
difference
caught
with
lacking?
us?
Hell no.
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You just like
Job.
somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
Essentially, old
a
people versus young people.
I'm a very social. I'm a very social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am.
Okay.
I do social media.
What we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up.
And they
You were
want
my
pictures,
childhood.
be
I
like,
used to
yo,
watch
I
you
actually
every
met
single
at that
day."
type shit.
Like, you were my child.
Yo, what's happening? We
You know,
reacting to this
we
video.
grew up watching Disney Channel.
Yep.
I've had
Ben
kids come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, had kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay.
Okay, no. I said I was gonna be nice. I said I was gonna be nice. Hold on.
and they're like,
Rewind.
Oh my God, wait.
Rewind.
Popular.
Rewind. I said I was gonna be nice, but no. Chat. She pissed me off. Chat. So I gotta cook here. This old sideways Mr. T having haircut. Hairline is pushed back farther than the motherfucking Red Sea. Glasses are 30 millimeters thick. Looking like a creepo librarian that gives you expired butterscotch candy and suckers with this weak ass jean jacket. And I don't even think it's Levi's. And I don't even, what does she have on her wrist? What does she have on her wrist right here? Is she a crystal girly? I don't know. But bro, drip or drown, my nigga, she's in the bottom of the Pacific. Cause this fit is trash. Terrible. L mindset, L fit, L glasses. We need to get you some Ray-Bans or something. And then, I don't know why she got in like 30 earrings. Two would have sufficed, my baby. And then, I don't know who her nail tech is, but auntie, that ain't it. Turn this shit off. Get a refund. You know what? Matter of fact, mother, email me. I can get you right, auntie. I can get you right. If you want a Shannon Sharp type nigga, I can get you right. You might be a little too old for a BBL, but we can get you in the gym for 8 months. And we can bring you back from the dead. Because this fit, fuck it. All right, Rhonda. All right, let's go to whoever this next dude is. Roby. Fire the barber, bro. That shit was. Her hairline went. I like to cook my shit. I'm not gonna take it off right now because I ain't got no cut. I like to cook mine sometimes, but and I got such good. Y'all was right earlier, Tat. Like you get such good vibes from people early on, and then as soon as they arguments start getting broken down, they're just like they just start spiraling. She just didn't make any sense. All right, what's up, Robbie? Talk to me, gang.
I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that, dude?
No, she is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
she works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No screen, my fault. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about.
That is crazy. What's my favorite anime? Right now it's Solo Leveling.
Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats.
He's a stand-up guy.
I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Yeah. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm going to be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco?
Yeah, Kozak, drop in the Discord.
Okay. I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, whoa.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
The soccer.
I mean,
do you enjoy what you do?
If I make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no, is what you do fun?
Nah, everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Tight shit, okay.
Not fun at all, because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous.
It's a job. You can get bored of that.
Okay, so look.
No?
Right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
hey, that was sarcasm and you didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen.
Bro is bro, he's dead serious saying, so you're jealous of a harder job. That's sarcasm. That's not sarcasm, man. Just like look at his tone delivery here.
What is these?
Okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
That's not sarcasm there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
hey, that was sarcasm and you didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I got smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
He might live in a bird. They have no idea what the flag means.
Let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, because I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta look good for the baddies, you feel me?
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video.
White bro look like Ty Lil.
There's about to be negative comments. Yo, save that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Right? Got fat.
Maybe because I see it both a lot, I don't see it.
More arrivals,
but maybe.
But probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrubble something around.
No content, no money.
Length, I can go into detail on that later.
Probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still.
What part shall I put it in? Put it in media, Kozak.
My mind is
Do you know what's crazy? 8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work.
You already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
They're reverse gaslighting, bro, right now. They're reverse gaslighting.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
He'll kill himself?
I don't know this.
I don't know.
He'll kill himself.
You're
Is
talking
crazy.
yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait,
my turn, a little baby.
Man, a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
it means,
is that racist?
He said he would lynch.
Oh, you're back? Baby, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
Wait.
Rhonda.
Black auntie.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Hi, Rhonda.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say
all right,
shit
Michael.
like that,
what's up, Nazomi?
You really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
L. Robbie, why did Rhonda have to come take over for Robbie? Bro literally couldn't hang. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
How?
I'm a superhero.
Hero.
Low-key.
Oh, bet Jason. I already know Jason is finna be on some top tier bullshit. I'm already hip. Oh my God, no, no, no. Why are we bringing back the this Sid the Science Kid looking motherfucker? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. All right, this is gonna be a good part of the video, y'all. Good part of the video. Let's get another MVP. Oh my God. Hold on, wait. Time out. Chat. What is this? Oh yeah, Nozomi, what was the question? And yeah, I said it real quick. My fault. In the near future, would I ever want to do a PO box like for gifts? I would. Yes, I could start a PO box really easily, and that could be a nice little like unboxing or something like that. That was a great question. And WCam for highlighting. My fault, bro. And my fault, Nozomi. Bro's her biggest hater. Bro, she irritated me because she started off so good, and then she just like somebody give her a GPS. Because she lost me, and then look at what is this? Just let it go, my baby. Just save it off and get finger waves. You look stupid. Oh my goodness. Like, I really want like an African dad to see her and take her to a barbershop and give her the zero. Is there a zero guard? That's nothing. Yeah. Actually, matter of fact, yeah. Clippers close, zero guard. Shave all that off, bro. Come on.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm her biggest hater.
How are you?
What's up, Jason?
I'm Selma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
He misspoke. She needs to go to Turkey for the hair implants.
I think dreaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't.
I'll see this and
have
I'll turn
a
back
public
and question my vision
relationship
even if you is older.
because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
I loved her.
She disrespectful as shit. Oh, Auntie in the back is disrespectful. Like, why are you laughing?
So.
Okay. I'm finna go on full hate watch first. Okay, you might be number 2 because she's just mean. She's spiteful. I don't like that. Like, you laughing at my man's like one of probably the lowest parts of his life.
My question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again.
She
my
disrespectful,
question,
bro.
If you think it's so much
Her
harder,
husband probably don't love her for
why
real.
are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you
Probably
love it.
should.
You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you
with
lost the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch
was flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you
Probably
lost the
should.
human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one.
Yeah, like
Okay,
anybody
so
like
back
in the
to my
commentary,
point.
like
Back to
YouTube
my
realm,
point.
has gotten
Was
that type of
your
comment,
choice? Was that your choice?
which is annoying.
No, that's
I mean,
my
but of
point.
course he was the
That's my
first one who
point.
like started doing
Was
it,
that-
but it's annoying comment to
You
hear.
gave up your girlfriend for streaming. Come on
Her side
now.
profile is crazy. Man, I would hate to see her mugshots.
You did it for a bag.
Hey, chat. Y'all choosing a baddie or y'all choosing a bag? Which one we choosing? If you got the opportunity to make literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, is you choosing the baddie or is you choosing the bag? Me personally, like, especially depending on how locked in we is, the bag is coming first. Because especially if that girl was meant for me, we're going to find a way to each other. We're going to find a way to each other. Like, say, yeah, my shorty got to go off to college, all this other stuff, but I'm chilling streaming, and I have a great opportunity. You're, like, bro, you would literally have to be the dumbest person on earth not to choose that bag, hundreds of thousands. Because not only are you setting up yourself, depending on how this goes, like, my boy, you can build generational wealth off of this. And she has to be supportive. I feel that, Skylar. Yes, I feel that. Because, bro, especially if she's meant for you, if your partner ever does not want you to pursue something that you're passionate about, something you can make a career for, that's just selfish on their end. Because why do they not want to see you be the best version of yourself to fulfill their needs? Like, okay, yeah, he has to move across the country to do this, to pursue this job or whatever. Like, how is this different from me having to move across the country for school or something? It's like, if you gonna hold me down, hold me down. You feel me? So the bag is gonna help a lot. Oh, bet. And Cosette, you dropped the vid. Appreciate.
It comes to a point, do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
He said motion.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa?
Lala Costa.
Amazing name.
Thank you.
Oh, she's an attorney?
She makes
Oh,
more sense
God.
of people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What
You
happens
got
to
to
all
see
those
it through, my
actors?
boy.
It's canceled
They gotta
because I
give it-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
You gotta pivot. Oh, you got swag in there? Okay. Swaggy.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, what is this vid? What is this vid? Oh, I'm confuddled right now. What is this? What? Huh? Okay, I'm just convinced they just brought people that can drip. And she's a model,
I've worked
Elisa.
since I was a
Okay, I
teenager
can see it in the
too. I
face.
was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with
But that
Jason
was not the
I
move,
think
my boy.
Streaming does take a certain more than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the
See, you gonna
probability
get
of
L's in your
everybody
chat.
here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a
You did-
gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an
Yeah.
influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
No.
Agree to disagree.
Specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual the
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming?
Bro,
You're like, oh, let's
nobody
put a-
can do, like, a very small percentage of people can do what he's doing. You feel me? Like, yes, it's true. Any dud, like, don't want to say dud. Like, any, average Joe can hop on Call of Duty, run some Warzone, maybe win an occasional game or hop in multiplayer. But to drop consistent nukes, consistent great gameplay, stuff like that, literally be like a pro with this shit, it's literally levels to it, bro. It's levels. Not the average person can do
I was
this.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
That's what we do too. We
It was
go-
consistency.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think.
By that same logic, you're lucky to get into that 9 to 5 that you chose for yourself, no? Like, say you're a model, you got lucky to be chosen by your judges to be a model. Yeah. Because you can't just post a video and make money. That's not even considering the speedrunners. Yes. And shit like zombies and stuff like that. That's a whole lot of thing. Like, of course, there is I'm not going to say there's not any luck that goes into social media, but bro, you literally have to show up consistently, dropping video after video after video or streaming time after time after time and seeing no results, no income, no nothing. And then one day it just hits. And then you can lose it or it can come back. Yeah, it's way deeper than people think. Because I feel like one of the big disconnects that I think is okay, so a lot of these people, they're older, right? So think of video games in the 80s and 90s. Like, bro, you literally had to physically get up. Go to the change machine, get quarters so you could hit up the arcade to play these video games like Street Fighter, Super Old Mario, Pac-Man, Snake, and whatever they had. And that's why video games get like a bad rap. Well, bad rep from like older people because they don't realize how like intricate it really is now. Because, bro, it's so complex. Like, I don't know, like your decisions that you make really affect how your game is going to go. Really. And I don't know. It's not just, okay, yeah, I have to eat all these, like Pac-Man. I have to eat all these little bulbs and avoid the little ghosties and win. No, it's way different now. And especially just playing against other people too that want to win, do the same thing, and they're equipped with the exact same thing. It's just different.
You know, people who don't have a job, you know, they feel like they want to get lucky by getting a job.
Yes,
So
eyes in
thinking
hand,
having a job
whole lot of hand-eye
is
coordination,
some
Max.
sort of luck.
You're correct.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best.
I want to.
So how are you going to?
I'm gonna say something a little controversial. My baby, you're a model. You're a model. If those looks went away, you're on the street. You're chopped. You're either going. Okay, I hate to be this, but I hate to be the devil's advocate, bro. You're a professional model, right? Imagine all of a sudden you don't fit the beauty standards wherever you're at. Niggas say, you're chopped. Fucking, won't want to. You're out of a job. You gotta go either to school, whatever degree you went in. Wait, can you get a degree in modeling? Yes or no? I don't know if you can get a degree in modeling. Of course, I know you have to like learn, and there is definitely skill that goes into modeling, posing, and all that other stuff. I will not discredit that. But if the industry decides that you're ugly, especially like in the earlier eras where like they weren't as inclusive as far as like body type, even like I'm gonna say like race and stuff like that. Cause like for a time period, it was really blonde hair, blue eyes. That was the gold standard. If you was that, you was top tier up there. I mean, of course, now we're in a better place. But if those people who are putting on those events like what, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Prada, I think I named bag thingies. I don't know who puts on fashion shows and stuff. Or whatever modeling companies. If they decide you're ugly, you don't make the cut, you're out of a job. Bro, you either gotta go grind a 9 to 5, you gotta go find you a meal ticket in your significant other, or just like start from the bottom. Like shit. I hate to say it, like I'm just being devil's advocate at this point, but that's luck as well. You were genetically born with those looks. I mean, obviously we have like facelifts, BBLs, all this other cosmetic surgery and whatnot, but it's still a luck aspect because beauty is an eye of the beholder. You were fortunate enough to become a model because they thought you were pretty and you fit with the brand. It's like me and my homeboy could be sitting right here. My homeboy could be chosen to be the model, and I'm just sitting here shit out of luck. Like, bro, I don't like her argument.
Is he the best? Is he the best?
I got four. Last year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
so that's
That's not luck.
That's pure
skill.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a talent. They have a talent.
They had a
But
team.
it's,
So what do
you know how many talented people out there and don't get the chance?
Oh my God, get her off my screen, bro. Like I'm physically getting triggered, and the fact that she's sitting here like this, thinking she's right. Shorty is. Oh my God. See, this is the face of a person you can't tell anything. Like you're arguing with a brick wall. Michael Jordan, Bron, bro, anybody in the NBA is not lucky. They're not lucky. Do you know how small of a percentage of people who make it? Dog, you couldn't see the drop off after high school. Like, yeah, like you may be the best player at your high school, but shit, you may get signed to a community college at D3, D2. Getting in a D1 is crazy. But bruh, come on, gang. What happened to my last video? Random Kid, it got copyrighted, so I'm in the process of re-editing. But yeah, she literally just proving their point.
Don't get the chance. They don't get the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not at all.
He's not.
You just said.
What he did. I said a lot of people are talented. Don't get the shot.
Yeah, they put in a lot of work. She's definitely proving her point.
So it's not.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was.
Why are they laughing?
Yo, you being serious?
Why are you laughing?
They all just disrespectful.
Why are they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
College and school are the same thing, bro. But I got you.
That's luck.
Where's the luck at?
Discord settings not allowing me that. Hey, as long as you're doing the Discord, Sleepy, I'll be able to see it because I'm in there a lot.
We're lucky in some sort of way, but
God bless.
off of specifically pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck.
It's not
I
luck.
just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it.
Exactly.
It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm
Luck
talented
plays
at
a
Call of
part,
Duty.
but
This is what I want to do.
the very small
It
percentage.
took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
Oh my God! I know this Pillsbury Doughboy ad. She's not, no. She's not gonna get a reaction. She got a reaction out of me, but she's not gonna get a further reaction out of me. She's rage baiting with this laughing. I know she's not popular. I just know she goes in stores and harasses retail employees for coupons. Her lame app. Man. A Hideo Kojima.
It's a talent.
She doesn't understand, bro.
Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
She cannot, literally.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Damn.
Your son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
He put that shit on her whole family lineage.
They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Okay, look, I just want to say this. I want to say this because Ryan said I'm low key on the streamer side. Yo, WS, what's good, gang? Because Ryan said this, low key on the streamer side. Yes, from this video, I am definitely on the streamer side because I feel like the people that they brought in or just who volunteered to do this video, they're not using logic at all. Like, yes, I'm a firm believer that both a 9-to-5 and streaming are hard. You should not discount either. But to fully discount streaming as pure luck, it's not hard. You just turn on a camera, you do this and that. That's where you fucking lose me, bro. A 9-to-5 is hard, but streaming is just as hard. If not harder sometimes. Your voice is low-key majestic as fuck. I feel like I have like 3 different voices like Tyrese Halliburton. Because I talk differently depending on like who I'm with. Because even in my videos, like when I'm like, what I want to say, like energetic, it's different.
Not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift.
Video games is not.
You don't think you don't think it's talent. You're just too old to understand. I can't.
Damn, she put out the old card. Yeah, mentally both are tiring.
Could never play FNCS either. It's the same shit.
It a buck. There's a disconnect.
All right, for sure, Sleepy.
A generation where this didn't exist. His career. You looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
It's a whole like
When you grew up,
revolution.
This didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because
Different
you're
moods. Yeah.
from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
They have not pointed to anybody with a flag, and they're still religiously waving these boys.
That's me and you.
Oh my God, her fit is terrible. Oh.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, that's what's up.
I have zero faith in this. Do y'all have any faith in Ronnie? I don't have any faith in Ronnie right now. I feel like Ronnie's gonna trigger me again.
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back to. That's being what? What does that even mean?
We fall off.
Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
job.
it's kind of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative." So that seems kind of easy.
I mean, anybody can post on social media, but to be successful, no.
You can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of, walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
I feel that.
And
Dream collab. I don't necessarily have one, but there are a couple, like, nice
and
handful of creators I would love to work with.
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
But that's still a 9 to 5,
You were
twin.
chilling. You weren't good at your job.
Waiting for.
Was the flag even for it? They just gave it to him.
They're done.
They didn't tell them any direction with the flag, but they're just waving it.
I'm not security. I just go. I go like this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with, you know,
But people play, millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted.
Good at video games. Like, look, even like during the World Cup period, Fortnite World Cup, not soccer or football for my internationals. But like, bro, there was a small percentage of people who could even qualify for the Fortnite World Cup. If that is not talent or skill, I don't know what is. Bro, I couldn't even fathom being in the same lobby as 99 other good pros plus me. I would be grits off like landing. It's a skill. It's a talent. They won't survive 3 seconds doing that.
What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think
You gotta work at it to be good, though.
Mozart, that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Oh, where did Silky go?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You could.
I'm saying.
You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even
qualify?
find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just
They're having side
dismissing-
conversations
I'm not
now.
dismissing. I'm saying
It's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I said it's a skill.
It's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can
how
own.
do
you
you
can
know? How do
master.
you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I've
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level, though.
No, not a professional level.
Professional
because
level,
that's not
she'll
what
get
I'm trying to
cooked.
pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
does
do you
it-
know?
what does it take to be on that level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
so
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of
gift and
hours of work,
yes.
and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players?
She cannot.
can also
She
put-
cannot.
I
I
can
promise you.
circle back
Her reasons
and
are
give
just,
you different
she doesn't have a job.
from
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving, do you know how to short?
No, I don't. But if I
Exactly, you
want,
couldn't, but Excel sheet.
And there goes Shorty in the.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just
go-
talking-
And Shorty is in the back
They're
laughing
As a
again. Just
babysitter, I can talk to you
kiki.
about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but
Give
if
me
you
an
wanted to,
example,
you would.
If us four took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
That is, yeah.
But let me say,
There's
let me
definitely a
give you- If I
disconnect.
give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's.
Oh, my baby. There was a child left behind, and her name was, what was her name? Ronnie? Child left behind. Child left behind.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is.
Child
Give
left
me 3
behind,
days,
bro.
But if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
But yes, there's definitely a disconnect because a lot of these streamers, I mean, even though they're not like corporate 9 to 5s, a lot of them before they got big, they were working like those intro 9 to 5s, like in retail or just like your first job, like landscaping, stuff like that. But skill issue. And this is another classic example of like somebody who just does not want to admit they don't know what they're talking about, but they want to be right so badly and they refuse to admit that they're wrong, but they're not knowledgeable enough in the subject to know. Shorty literally said if you gave her 3 days, she could be on the professional level in whatever game. No. That's not how it works. That is like saying if you gave me 3 days of training, I would be able to represent my team in the Olympics in swimming or track or soccer. No, or baseball. No, bruh. Wrong and proud. Yes, wrong and proud.
No.
Short bus rider alert.
You paid me. I'll get the job done.
Okay, hey, this is my final comment I'm finna say about her. This is probably why she's been unemployed for 10 months. If this is how her interviews go, this is why she's been unemployed for 10 months. Simple as that.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on.
Okay, W Mans.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. So
okay, that's a valid. Okay.
Now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with chalk. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not. What we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder, and that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that
which one of the 9 to 5 workers do I rock with? Out of everyone, Rhonda was cool. Nope X. I'm dropping her off a fucking cliff. Pillsbury Doughboy ass, weak ass fucking tap shoes. Bro, wearing a mini skirt. Nobody is trying to smack that gang. You're not getting clapped. I don't care who you is. Off 30 Viagras, I'm not, like, nobody is clapping you. I promise you. I would rather have my junk fall off before I clap you in that weak ass fit you got. Okay, she kind of redeemed herself in the end. I still don't like her. She redeemed herself because she said she didn't understand. Shorty right here, I'm semi-indifferent over. It's like, she was just wrong, but did not want to admit it. She doesn't understand circumstance. I don't remember talking to bro right here. The attorney, she was decent. This guy, he was cool, but I feel like he was cool because he was younger. Angelina, or whatever her name is, she fucking lost me because she had her points, but as soon as she got proven wrong, she was eh. The professor was cool because obviously you can tell he knows how to articulate himself, how to properly converse, all this other stuff. He was cool. He actually understood it. And then he was literally the first person to speak up to say, yeah, it is hard. And then that's when everybody else over here began to be like, okay, yeah, then we see your point. And then these two NPCs, I don't even remember them getting screen time. I'm sorry. I don't remember them getting screen time. But out of everyone here, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I mess with 1. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say 5 out of that. Was it 12 I just said? I think. About 5. The other one's lost causes, bro.
Mine was changed in the sense
children
that
left behind.
I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
Actually, I'll take that back 4 because the teacher just said he's more convinced that normal jobs are harder. But what I will say, both streaming and 9 to 5 jobs are hard. They are hard in their own ways. And I feel like there's not really a concrete answer for, like, just everyone in general. It really just depends on the individual, definitely depending on like your age, your generation, just how you grew up, and just other circumstances. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is gonna be a YouTube video, so what's harder? A 9 to 5 or streaming? Let me know. And hey, if you're not subbed up to the second channel already, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub button, and turn on post notice, because we finna start going crazy all summer, and you don't want to miss no videos. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Be smooth.